Well guys, it's been a crazy year and some change talking about our favorite comic book characters and news, leaks, rumors regarding those characters, on this channel at least. In a little bit over my first year on this channel, I hit 1,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough, to be honest. So in celebration of 1,000 subscribers, we're doing this 1K Q&A. But yeah guys, so this is just gonna be like a live cut commentary. I'm just gaming some Call of Duty in the background, some old OG MW2. As you can see, we got the regular intervention, we're on terminal, but we have some modded classes. We got the DSR from BO2, pretty cool. I'm also gonna throw in some trick shots that I hit at the end of the video, because why not? But yeah, let's get straight into this Q&A. First question coming from Ariz Plays Games. Also, sorry if I butcher your names, guys. I'm gonna try to not butcher them. But he says, if you were in charge of pitching a Spider-Man game, what would it be? Villains and heroes, who's the main villain, where do you explore, what's the story, stuff like that. Thanks for the question, Ariz. This is a semi-hard question because I don't feel like I'm creative enough to come up with a good story, a good coherent story, but I'll try to answer the rest definitely. I would want a Spider-Man game to have the Spot as a main villain because ever since I seen him in the animated show from 1994, I always thought he was a really cool villain and super underrated, and now he's even getting his own film and Across the Spider-Verse, which is pretty dope to see him come to the big screen and stuff like that. So I would have the main villain be the Spot. I think there's a cool story to be told there. I feel like. As for a title, I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm not that creative, to be honest with you guys. But where to explore, just regular old New York, to be honest. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But there would be Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens off the rip in the beginning of the game, because I think that would be a good game design choice or whatever. As for other villains, I want more obscure villains, Tarantula is cool. I love Tarantula, he's pretty dope. We haven't even seen him in any major media, I think, outside of the comic books. Blue Beetle, Hobgoblin, Kingpin can also play a role in it as well, gathering some of those more obscure villains and stuff like that. Big Wheel too, even though low-key a meme character, but that's the fun in Big Wheel. He's a meme character. But yeah, that would roughly be my Spider-Man game. Thank you for the question, appreciate you. Next question coming from my boy GeekyCast. If you guys don't know him, go check him out. He makes content on pretty much all the stuff you guys asked me to make that I don't make because I'm picky. His channel will be in the description, sure, go check him out. But he asked me what got you into YouTube and my favorite video to date. Thanks for the question, Beretta. So what got me into YouTube? Honestly, I don't really know. I remember when YouTube first came out, I was young and I was on it and I thought it was cool. And growing up, I was damn, this is cool. These people make videos to entertain people like me or whatever, It's the everyday person, I guess, sort of. And for anybody who doesn't know, I've been doing YouTube since I think 2012, 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. I've had different channels throughout the years though. I used to do trick shotting videos what I'm doing right now, but I only got so far in that because that community has sort of been dying since I would say 2018 in my opinion. But honestly, trick shotting, I guess, is how I got into YouTube, actually making videos on it. But in general, wanting to do YouTube, I think just being young and watching it myself and being oh shit, people do this or whatever, just watching funny videos and stuff, made me want to do something with it. I just never thought I'd be mainly talking about comic book characters and stuff like that, what I do now. In my favorite video to date, I'm going to give two answers to this question. First one will be my favorite video on my channel probably, and then the second one will do favorite video on YouTube of all time. My favorite video on YouTube of all time that I highly recommend checking out because it's funny as fuck. It's called Mad Mario. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that or seen it, but it's hilarious and highly recommend checking it out. It's just Mario animated, yelling, swearing, there's some bad language in there, but it's funny as fuck. And when I first watched it when I was a kid, I was dying of laughter. I could not breathe type laughing the first time I watched it, and I still go back to it till this day sometimes, whenever I'm down to get a good laugh. But yeah, that's how I got into YouTube and my favorite videos. Oh wait, I forgot my favorite video on my channel. My favorite video on my channel is definitely my Mario movie review, because I thought it was a funny video, insightful. It gave me a new perspective on life and chasing my dreams. And that video didn't really perform that well, but it is what it is. I know that's gonna happen And it's like funny, like the projects that I put the most time and effort into and like I'm really passionate about, like half the time those projects don't end up doing as well as I hope they do. But you know, again, like that's why it's a passion project. Like I did it because like I wanted to do it and like I enjoyed doing it. Is it a little discouraging sometimes? A little bit. That's just kind of like what comes with it. Like my Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos go fucking stupid. Like that's why I even have 1,000 subscribers probably is mainly due to my Marvel Spider-Man 2 content. But you know, like that game is like the biggest like anticipated game of the year and it hasn't even released yet, and like just everyone wants news on it and stuff, and you know I report news on it, so you know it is what it is, you know. I don't really mind it. But yeah, those are my favorite YouTube videos on my channel and off my channel. Thank you for the question, Beretta. Next question we got coming from my boy Ravenous Puncher. Or Ravenous Puncher? I don't know. Sorry if I butchered that, man. Thanks for the question though. This man has been a day one. Shout out Ravenous Puncher again. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This man's a goat. But he says, which No Way Home villain do I want rebooted into the MCU? Pick one. Example, Norman or Octavius Electro Sandman variant. Honestly, I think a Sandman variant would be cool in the MCU just because like hopefully we can see like a proper like Rhino in the MCU and they could team up. That would be dope. I think in my opinion they've always been a pretty cool like duo villain team sort of thing in the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery, especially to go against because of like their chemistry, but also like how different they are from each other to like an extent. Like they both have in common, like, you know, being a criminal, but like Sandman draws the line at like killing or like hurting innocent people, but anyone who gets in his way, like he'll fight them, whereas like Rhino, like he gives absolutely no fucks about like anybody in the way. Like he doesn't care about anybody innocent. You're in Rhino's way. That's how Rhino's brain works. So I find that like interesting like dynamic between like Sandman and Rhino. So that's why I really want to see Sandman in the MCU, so that hopefully that later down the line brings Rhino in the picture as well. But again, thank you for the question, Ravenous Puncher. Next question coming from Dargab. Sorry if I butchered that. Again, suck at names. He says, are you going to make a live stream on the day Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out and play it live? This is a good question. Honestly, not sure, because I haven't streamed in so long, and I streamed like once or twice like a long time ago before this channel was even up. But also like there's a few problems. One is that I would have to figure out like how to set it up on this computer, which wouldn't really be too much of an issue. I'm a pretty tech savvy person, so I could definitely figure that out. Two is that I actually did make a poll on this channel. Most people said they don't want to see me live stream, but obviously, you know, like I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my channel. I just like to hear your guys' input sometimes. I'm sure some of you guys would watch, but the main problem is that I don't live alone. I live with my family and my house can be loud, so I don't want that going on in the background and stuff like that. And I also don't think it would be very entertaining to hear in the background, so there's that. So honestly, I would love to, but as of like right now, no, I won't, because mainly like I live with family and they're loud. So, but trust me, when the game comes out, I will be making so much content on that. I will upload content on that game almost every day. Like when Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out, like this channel is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do playthroughs, walkthroughs, tutorials, or just showcases of mechanics, or you know how great the game will look, or suit showcases, whatever, and like of course review the entire game. We're also going to go over all of the rumors and news that we went over these past couple of years, and see what was true, what wasn't true, and stuff like that. Sort of like receipts, and see, you know, like who was like the most credible when it comes to like this game and like Insomniac and stuff like that. But yeah, trust, when Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out, I will definitely be making daily content on that game. But thank you for the question. Next question is coming from Justin. I'm not even gonna try to say that last name, but he asks, what villains do I want to see in Daredevil Born Again? And honestly, I like this question. It's not that I didn't like the other question or anything like that, but this is a good question because I love Daredevil, but I don't know him as well as Spider-Man. But I do know some villains because, you know, like they're shared with Spider-Man, but I do know like a couple of his own villains too. But one villain I would like to see is Bullseye. I think he was in the original Daredevil Netflix show, I'm pretty sure, so that was pretty cool to see. I would also love to see the Enforcers. That's a shared villain group between Daredevil and Spider-Man, actually. Enforcers are always cool to see every once in a while. I'll name a couple more, but these are like Spider-Man villains, but you know, sometimes they're Daredevil villains too. Silvermane, the Magia crime boss, would be cool to see. Tombstone is cool as well. Tombstone would actually be really sick to see in the MCU. I think he could give the MCU some of those more serious vibes that we need. Mr. Fear would be pretty cool as well. I think he's Daredevil's villain. Like that's one of Daredevil's villains. I'm not sure though. I think it is. But Mr. Fear is basically Batman's Scarecrow though. Oh wait, there's one more. Owl, since I know for sure, I'm pretty sure that's Daredevil's villain only, like, or that's his like original villain, I think. But yeah, thank you for that question. Next one is coming from Tyler Pearson. He has favorite iteration of Spider-Man, movie, video game, or animated. This is a good question. I love this question. That's a hard one though, because there's actually so many good adaptations of Spider-Man throughout all sorts of like media. If I had to choose, I would go with either Insomniac's Spider-Man, or I would go with Spider-Man from the 1994 cartoon, because Insomniac's Spider-Man is pretty cool. I like their take on him and how he's in his prime of being Spider-Man essentially, but I also love the animated series because that's like the first Spider-Man thing I really grew up with, other than like the Raimi trilogy. But I found myself really drawn to the cartoons, so I would probably have to choose the cartoon, to be honest. Thank you for the question though. Hold on guys, nuke shot. Oh my god, I would have been fucking insane. Now, next question from Hypothetical Theoreticals. That is an interesting name, not in a bad way though. But he asked, would you want them to fast track a TASM 3 with Sinister 6 setup, or focus on a good Venom plot, assumingly, you know, they take their time rather than just fast track, but tease the Sinister 6 for later with a newspaper article showing some are locked up to explain why they haven't teamed up as the Sinister 6 yet? Honestly though, this is like a good question too, because the way I look at it, realistically, like the Sinister 6 was already set up and teased in TASM 2, so I feel that would make the most sense. However, everyone does want to see Venom though in TASM 3 if it does happen. So I feel like either way, you couldn't necessarily go wrong as far as like choosing which route to go. Unless they fuck up the script or like something like that, but like other than that, either idea could work. But I would go with the Sinister 6 just because I guess it sort of makes sense more than like Venom at first. Like when you would go and watch the first and second movie to get ready for the third one, and in the third one like it could tease Venom and that could connect the universes together. I think that could probably go a lot better in my eyes at least. But yeah, thank you for that question. But yeah guys, that was it for the questions. So again guys, thanks for 1,000 subscribers, really appreciate it. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'll always show my appreciation and gratitude to you guys. There's just not much more I can say other than like thank you, you know what I mean? With that, thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you have or had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.